What's going on, everybody? Figured I'd do a little video here to talk about one thing that is such a hot topic right now. And it's an interesting one, and I'd love to get your guys' thoughts on this. And that is the 2020 Defender and overall Land Rover's reliability. Now, is this video going to be a little biased? Well, I'm going to do my absolute best to make it as unbiased as possible as I sit here driving my Range Rover, which I absolutely fucking love. But let's be real here. And the reason I wanted to talk about this as we head up to a very, what I'm hoping is a very snowy mountain pass to play and film some other videos, is I was watching a video of, I can't remember the reviewer's name, but he's a guy who got it stuck in the mud because he decided to turn left in a mud pit and climb up something that he shouldn't have. If he went straight, I'm pretty sure he would have been fine, but whatever, user error. I've made mistakes like that too. But I was talking to somebody and they were just talking about how, oh, the Defender's unreliable, all because of one YouTuber, all because of Roman's Defender, which I'm sure you guys all know on the Fastlane car. TFL's Defender has been in the shop for, I believe, just over 30 days now. And they had it for about a couple days, got a check engine light on it, a few hundred kilometers. And it's been in the shop, and Land Rover can't figure out the issue. And so all of a sudden, everyone's screaming, oh, you know, of course, Land Rover's not reliable, Land Rover's not reliable, and all of that stuff. But that's not the whole story. That's not the whole story. And I want to kind of talk about this and have an honest discussion, not with you idiot keyboard warriors that are probably just going to start jumping in the comments, you know, saying, oh, it's not true, they are unreliable. And it's like, no, you don't get it. And so let's get going here. And as we climb up this mountain pass, I'm just going to put this in auto terrain response, and we should get some snow here in a little bit. But so here's my take on what's going on with their Defender. And this was the argument I was trying to make with this idiot in the comment section. And I knew I wasn't going to win an argument in the comment section with somebody because, yeah, that's enough said. But my take is this. Roman got a lemon. They got a bad one. Land Rover's had such a hard time determining what's been the issue with this. And I've talked to local dealerships around my area about his issue and whatnot. And of course, they don't have the truck, so they can't find it. But they're like, yeah, there's a good chance that there was some sort of problem on the manufacturing line. Something got screwed up. Because you have to keep in mind, 84 ECUs, 84 computers. Everything has to talk to itself. I've had a couple glitches on my truck. One glitch that the dealership couldn't really fix, and they tried, but then the ABS computer went wonky, and then they saw that it was tuned, and they're like, your tune's the problem. And it makes sense that they would blame it on the tune because, okay, now there's a foreign thing in the car. Of course, that's going to be the problem now because we can't really diagnose anything else because right now you have a tune. And anyways, the glitch ended up fixing itself in a couple weeks. It just totally went away. But here's the thing. With Romans, they can't figure out the problem. It's a brand new truck. And my guess is this, that when it was being built, there was something that happened while the engine was getting put together. Humans put it together, mostly machines put it together, but one little error or one little mess up, one pinched wire, for example, I'm going to talk about that in a second. One pinched wire, sorry, there's a lot of snow falling out of the trees. One pinched wire can cause a whole bunch of issues that you can't really find. It's going to be almost impossible for those technicians to determine what's causing these massive issues with their Defender. Because one of the things that, I can't remember who told me this, but they're like, yeah, you know, for example, high-end cars, when they're in an accident, Like say somebody rear ends you. So somebody rear ends you and they repair everything, yeah. But what happened is all the second or third, I don't want to call it impact, but they fix the body but you get a wire or something that's been pinched, that goes undetected because everything's working as it should. But now that wire has been pinched. My voice cracked there. So now that wire has been pinched and you fray it, or it frays over time and starts causing all these electrical issues, or causes this one system to stop working. And they can never determine what it is because it's been all covered up in the accident. It got everything around it got fixed or repaired. They're not going to just pull apart the whole car to find this one issue. Hopefully that makes sense, but this is one of the problems with high-end cars, especially after they're in accidents. Problems can occur that nobody will find because of that type of scenario. And that's what I've spoken to mechanics and technicians about, these type of issues. So my guess, and it's been backed up by a few mechanics, I don't know, let me know your thoughts, are something happened on the assembly line. They'll never find it. They might not never find it. They'll probably have to end up taking the car back from them for this one issue. And the reason why you can't look at their Land Rover and say, oh, it's unreliable, because of TFL's Defender. That's retards think like that. Mentally challenged people think like that. Okay? How many Defenders have been built? And how many issues have been coming up? Romans is the only one that's had major issues. And the reason it's getting blown up a proportion is because of fucking YouTube. That's the only reason. If it was like Joe Blow having this issue, nobody would really care, right? Everyone would be trucking along, right? Let's see how Doug what issues, if any, Doug has with his Defender, because he just picked one up. There's a guy from Alberta, and I'll try to link these guys in the description for their channels. This guy in Alberta has a new Defender. He's driving it all up to Alaska by himself, doing some overlanding there. He's had like 0 issues, right? Who else? There's the guy in the UK. He had 1 issue in the beginning. I can't remember what it was, and he kind of got all fucking scared because everyone started ripping him in the comments. But I don't know what happened with that, but he took down the video because I don't know, that was kind of a pussy move. I didn't like that. Ever since that, I kind of stopped following his channel because it's like, no, I want to know about the good and the bad that happened. It's like, bro, Land Rover is not going to give 2 shits that people are ripping apart your channel or your one video because you had a problem and Land Rover couldn't fix it or whatever the case was. I can't even remember what it was, but he took it so personally. I'm like, bro, don't film videos if you have to take shit personally. Anyways, he still makes all right content, but I'll link it in the description because you check it out. You might like it or whatever. But I don't know where I was going with this. But bottom line is, people who are thinking the Defender is not reliable because of that one issue that Roman's been having, it just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I've driven this thing 58,000 kilometers now in the last year. I've had 2 issues with it, right? The water or the starter, which could have been my fault, who knows? But they fixed it. And there was a vacuum leak on the brake that they actually found. I didn't even know about it, but they found that, fixed it under warranty. Boom, it was all good. So and it's not like I'm gentle with this thing. So Land Rover reliability, man, if you're thinking about buying one, go for it. I hate when people watch videos like that, they get all scared and then they don't want to get the vehicle that they are loving or that they have their heart set on. One guy in the forum, he just said that he came from a Lexus whatever and picked up his first Range Rover. And he's like, I'm a little nervous. What should I expect? I'm like, don't expect Lexus reliability. Land Rover is a tiny ass automotive company. They're very small compared to BMW, Toyota, Lexus, even Mazda. They're probably smaller than little Nissan, right? They're a small company. They don't focus on things like reliability, like Land Rover or like Lexus and Toyota are known for. That's not their focus. So yeah, their shit won't be as reliable, but there are people in the forums who have, you know, driven their Land Rovers, their Range Rovers, you know, 150, 200,000 kilometers, miles, whatever, zero issues. Zero issues. Yeah, there might be the occasional hiccup here and there, but all cars are going to have the occasional hiccup here and there. Especially, and this is another point with the new Defenders, the first, second, and third builds of any brand new model are usually full of bugs. It's like that with, you think about when the Jeep Grand Cherokee first came out, the one that's about 10 years old, when it came out 10 years ago, how many bugs did that little thing have? Or the Cherokee, oh my God, that thing was littered with bugs when it first came out, right? With the first couple builds. But over time, they work out the computer glitches, do a little recall, do a over-the-air update, and they fix them. But anyways, I just wanted to offer a couple thoughts on that. What do you guys think? You know, what do you think of the new Defender? Reliability issues? I'd say honestly it's too soon to tell. But also another stupid thing. Well, you can't trust anything. Trusting JD Power, any article or any opinion piece that they put out is, you might as well watch ONA news channel or whatever the hell that weird thing is. But see that little slippage there. Just got the semi behind me. So the fuck, what was this talking about? Yeah, so overall, I don't know. I wouldn't call, obviously Land Rovers, they're not the most reliable vehicle, but people who buy Land Rovers are not buying them because they want the most reliable vehicle. They want something that's different, something that's unique, something that's going to go above and beyond, you know, their expectations. If they want something reliable, they can drive a Lexus and be bored. But yeah, I don't know. That's just kind of my thoughts. You let me know what your thoughts are. I'd love to kind of get your opinion on all this, and yeah, you know, keep the conversation going. But it is getting a little slushy out here. But anyways, guys, hope you're enjoying this quick little video I did here. I got some cool content. I'm going up in the mountains to film some content for you guys, and put this into drive. But anyways, guys, I'm a Mecca. This is Driven Hard. Until next time, everybody, drive hard.